the last point that Nandini mentioned. So haptens are small molecules that are having small molecular weight, obviously, and they are not immunologically active on their own. But they can bind to antibodies. But after binding to antibodies, they cannot produce any immunologic action. But when they are attached to high molecular weight carrier proteins, which are present in our skin and other areas, then they can create an immune response. So haptens alone cannot give immune response, and when they are connected to carrier molecules, they first form a hapten carrier conjugate, and that will induce an immune response. So examples, we can see penicillin. So we can see drug allergies in some patients when they are given penicillin. That is the reason for haptens. And urushiol is from poison ivy, is like an allergic skin reaction. And then nickel from jewelry allergy is also based on the concept of haptens. And then we can see chemicals in dyes, cosmetics and detergents which causes allergies. So what is the mechanism? So first hapten enters our body like the poison ivy ka urushiol, and then it will connect to a self protein, that is a protein that is present in our skin, and then it will cause a neoantigen, that is a new antigen that we never had in our body, and then it will create an allergic reaction that we see normally when we touch poison ivy. So what actually happens? These haptens cannot actually activate helper T cells. They fail to activate T cells because they cannot bind to MHC class 2 proteins. These are the receptors that are there on helper T cells. And because haptens are univalent, that is, they are having very simple structure, so they cannot combine to MHC class 2 proteins and cannot activate the B cells. So clinical importance, what we can see in clinical importance, we can see drug allergies, especially penicillin, which I already told you, and then contact dermatitis, which is caused due to metals, cosmetics and chemicals, and vaccine reactions and immune response in lab studies. So Carl Landsteiner did an experiment on haptens. He injected haptens into rabbits. There are no antibodies raised. As I already told, they do not have proper molecular weight, and then only carrier protein is injected into the rabbit. We can see antibodies raised against rabbit, this carrier protein, and then we induced hapten carrier adapt. So then we can see antibodies which are raised against hapten carrier adapt. So there is, let's see an example, common as an example of poison ivy, urushiol, which is in contact with skin. And in skin we have Langerhans and then carrier proteins, skin proteins. These urushiol molecules will connect with the skin proteins, and then what is happening is urushiol is having very simple structure. It undergoes oxidation in the skin and forms quinone derivatives. So this is recognized by Langerhans cells which are present in skin with the help of MHC class 2 proteins that will travel to lymph node, and then CD4 plus T helper cells recognize this and form memory Th1 cells, and this will cause hypersensitivity, which is allergy. So this is how allergy is seen in our body. Thank you.